Gemini, August is going to be quite an interesting month for you. I'm being told you're going to have two sides emerging where you're going to be making a decision. For some of you, that is going to be seeing all of the people around you, especially if you've just started your ascension journey, just went into that spiritual awakening where you're seeing the two sides of a person in front of you, or even the two sides of yourself. We all have two different sides. I'm not talking about the astrological part of Gemini, a big decision that can lead to abundance and prosperity. Let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Gemini. Now, this is not going to be a month that is going to be trivial. It is one of the biggest months that we're going to have the entire year. And each month that as we go forward is going to be more trying if we haven't done our shadow work, if we're in different phases, if we're in that low vibrating energy, it's going to be really challenging. But as long as you can choose to go in the high vibration, Gemini, I see it leading right into what it is that you actually want. So I feel you've been through a lot. You've been through breakups and endings and feeling the lack of people around you. You may have been going through a period of being isolated. 3 to 4 years for some of you is what I'm seeing. Now I call in my guardian, my guides. My guide Ali is with us right now, and so is Archangel Michael to give you that very final message at the end of the reading. We're going to look at you. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on you. We're going to look at your career and your projects, then family and friends, and I'll dab into romance, and then that guided message. You have been through a lot. Okay, this is massive work. Some of you have just really started your ascending journey. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's your first go around. You may have started your spiritual awakening 3 or 4 years ago, and now you're feeling those ascension symptoms and even that feeling of being isolated. Gemini, you're so out there. You're usually very particular about who you involve yourself with, but you do like to interact with people at the right given moment. And you're also okay being alone. But when we go through this journey, it can be very trying when we want to go forward, but yet we feel like something's holding us back. And you have this card of patience. Be patient a little bit longer. Something around you, there's like a stubborn energy that's been around the zodiac sign of Gemini. Even though you've been succeeding for some of you or feeling very positive, yet there's still something there where you know maybe you need to get your chakras cleared out. Maybe you need that completion in order to continue forward. You definitely have change in the month of August. Now, we have planets all over the place right now as I'm recording this. It's a second Capricorn full moon energy that is here. We're moving right into the new moon energy. Then we have the the 8-8 gate porthole and Mercury in retrograde. I know I have to remember everything that's coming out of my head. That's not coming from them. I have to remember that. And then we have all these other things, with Pluto shifting, all of these different astrological placements going on. You may feel very, very blocked right now. If you've been feeling emotionally drained, energetically drained, even wondering, am I ever going to feel like me again? The answer is absolutely yes, you are, but you do need to be patient while you're going through this. Now, I do see for some of you, this is like a moment. What they're saying is your guides, your beautiful descending masters as well. You guys have been put into like a clear bubble and that's been holding you back, okay? Because there were things that you needed to see. Remember, you had to see both sides. If we can't see both sides, we cannot reach the success that we want. In order to be successful, we have to understand failure. In order to understand light and love, we have to master the darkness. And that's what this whole journey has been been about and around you guys as you've been going through the last, I'm even seeing maybe 5 to 6 years for some of you, but it has been a very long journey. Whoever is blocking you, it may be a Knight of Cups. Now, this can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual who brought on a painful ending. And I feel this is like a separation for some of you. What they're showing me is the two of you parting ways. So again, it's looking at both sides. We get mad at people. We're so hurt. We're so angry, and we don't see it from their angle. Now, some people, if they are unhealthy and toxic, we don't want to see it from their angle, or just enough to know, okay, that's what happened, and then you have to release and let go. And that's what all of this has been going on this year. It is a final break of everything from past lives, old traumas, everything. This is a year to let go, and this is the time right now so you can jump through this beautiful 8/8 gateway portal. Now, I am going to be doing a live reading. I haven't done live in so long, but I'm going to be doing the monthly romance reading live, and you can watch if you'd like. It's on August 1st, but I'm inviting people join the membership. We'll ask questions through the membership, so there may be a couple questions, or maybe a ton. It just depends on you, but that's a great way to ask questions. So let's take a look at your career, finances, your overall security. Some of you are so tired. You may be having some issues right here from the throat chakra all the way to the heart chakra. If you're feeling this in here, some indigestion could be coming up. Ascension symptoms. Some of you, it's like foggy head, and maybe even like sinus congestion, almost like you have a sinus infection. Make sure you're paying attention to your health. If you need to go to a professional, please do. But these are also ascension symptoms, so make sure that you are handling all of it in the wisest way possible. Do not evade your health, that I know so many Gemini can do. So don't do that. I mean, we all can, but I have seen personally a lot of Geminis do that, so don't do that. Let's take a look at what's coming in your career and your projects. Now, project is for those of you who are not working, you're retired, a stay-at-home parent. I got it. I got long legs, so we're good. I'm very tall, actually. I don't know if you guys know that, but well, I could have left this one on the ground. It's the Tower card. We don't like that. Some of you had a massive change in your career and your that's what the lack is. You might have been going through a lot of pain and agony because you lost your job. And for those of you that went through a situation, they're telling me if you went through a situation where there was a lot of bullying and bullying, harassment, feeling left out of the group in a work environment, and now you're not there, that was done for your benefit so that you can see both sides and say, I don't want to work like that. Or maybe you say, I do. It's going to be different for all of you. But one thing's for sure, you have a big decision to make, all right? You're starting a brand new life. So if the Tower has hit you, where you're feeling a change in that sector of your life, feeling insecure about whether or not you're going to get the financing for a new business, is what I'm seeing. Some of you have already started the business. This might be the second go around, or you out of funds, and so you applied for it. I do feel a lot of you definitely are going to get it. It is very individual for, and this is a general reading, but they are showing me a lot of you are going to get that. And the thing is, it's going to come from out of the blues. Now, if your decision is to relocate, this is very much in your favor. Every zodiac sign almost, I think, has gotten the World card, because that's exactly what we're doing. And it doesn't matter what sector of our life, because all of them intertwine. As you were learning or already know, everything when it comes to spirituality is intertwined. That's religion and spirituality and the belief systems that we have, and one goes to another, and it goes up here and it just twirls around. Like if you were looking at the inside of a body with all of the little veins, how they all kind of connect. That's the way it looks to me. I even use that in my psychic workshop I have used that where I can explain that to people. So let me know if that helped you understand the way that I see the interconnections going on. You have something very, very big coming in, especially if you're dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But this Knight of Swords is saying it's time for you to get on your horse and take action. But not action necessarily physical. Writing, absolutely. Speaking is what I'm seeing. Speak up. If you want the job, tell them. If it's not enough money, tell them. If you want to be on this project, tell them. I'm hearing the word location. Some of you may be in the theatrical industry, where you are going to travel, and this is going to be a very small group because we already know that there is a little bit of repression in that industry, but I am seeing somebody going to a different location, and this is like going to a different one side of the United States to the other, or going from one country to another. It's big. 3, so that can be 3,000 miles, 300 miles. It can be 3 blocks for some of you, but most of you, it's very large, very, very large. Now, I feel for a lot of you, when it comes to trying to help in humanity, you have a big decision. This 2 of Wands is very important. Before I started your reading, I heard the message for Gemini. That message is saying 2 sides emerge, which gives you a choice to bring in abundance and prosperity, happy, joy, and feeling safe and secure, having everything you need and plenty of it, where you can help humanity by what you're doing. Some of you are feeling in that void of not being around people, that emptiness, and you're putting your energy into artwork. You're drawing things, you're designing things, you're writing, your craft, whatever it is that you love to do. Continue to do that, because that's about passion and taking action toward what you feel excited about. That's what gets you through this whole journey so much faster. It helps you be able to process, and it comes from an unconscious angle. When you're going through this journey, whether you've already been through it, and this is the 2nd or 3rd go around for some of you, this absolute pullback energy was intended for you to focus on something you love. It gets your vibration high while you are healing the unconscious within. So it's a very big deal. When you are doing this, the project, this is an international, you see he's holding the world. The world is our oyster. And the world, and this is really cute, I traveled to Europe, and I was sitting next to a beautiful couple on the plane, and we were chatting the whole time. They were just lovely, and they'd been all over the place, and I'm like, I'm super excited, it's like my first time going here, and where I went. But they said the world it's not as big as we think. Look at how tall these are, and that world is itty bitty, because the world really is an oyster. It is big enough for us to encompass every aspect and learn all the different cultures and learn all of these different aspects of each individual country. And some of you may have been doing that, doing the research, reading, writing about it. Okay. And I do feel if you're a traveler, you're going to have an opportunity come in from out of the blue. It doesn't matter if you're retired or not. This is like an opportunity where they're going to want you to talk. Okay, you may be talking about an experience that you had. They may bring you in on a podcast, or just sit and talk in a group of people about everywhere that you've been. But it's going to be very healing. This Tower card is a horrible feeling. But yet, remember, whatever we lose is because it doesn't match with our true, authentic self. Whoever, whatever, it is not to our highest good. That is why it's removed from our life. If you want it and you go get it back and then it leaves again, same thing. So it's like the divine, the universe is helping you to move forward, because whatever is coming in that sector of your life is going to feel really good and powerful. And this is over the next 2 months. So it's not just about the month of August, which is going to be that quick. It is going to fly by faster than you can imagine. We'll be hitting September and the rest of the year is going to be gone. Things are going to speed up more than they are right now. So it's important for you to make sure that the feeling of lack, you want to get rid of that. You can book a session with me. They're on sale right now, or your favorite therapist, counselor, or holistic healer. So let's take a look at family and friends, all right? Gemini. There's such a beautiful ring around you. You may be hearing, your ears might be ringing. If your ears are ringing, that is part of the ascension process that you're going through. Now make sure, you get your ears checked. I'm not a doctor, but that is part of the ascension process. And they're saying it's a ding, a ding. It's, it looks like bowls. What I'm seeing is like the beautiful bowls, and I used to have one and I would ding it, and it's just, I love it. Remember, the different tones affect different areas of your body. So if you're feeling achy in one area, find the tone that calms that energy, that chakra down. Okay, if it's your heart, find a song that makes it feel released and relaxed. If it's anxiety, same thing. You have the Eight of Swords. Okay, when it comes to family and friends, you've been feeling trapped and stuck in a situation, perhaps with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but we definitely have this person, this Prince of Cups. Now, this is a dreamer. This is somebody who likes to talk about their dreams, who likes to talk about things that they want to do, and they can begin it. But also there's an icky side to this person, and I feel that's why they've kept you stuck. They may have been casting off their dreams. Hey, can I live with you for a while? Can I stay with you? Will you help me out while I work on this dream? Or vice versa. But there is a feeling of being like you can't get out of it. It doesn't show to me like a repetitive cycle, at least not with this person. But it may feel like a repetitive cycle of things that you've been through in the past. Again, anyone that has been removed from your life is for your benefit. If you walk with light, if you are empathic, if you are actually a spiritual person, they're saying being in an unhealthy environment is one of the worst things you can do to keep you right here. It'll keep you right there. Okay, now, as we go forward, this family situation, it has something to do with the moon. Look what you got. We have the new moon. We're in the full moon. There's a bigger full moon at the end of August, right in the middle of Mercury in retrograde, right as the 8-8 portal is open. This is big right now. Before that 8-8 portal, make sure you cleanse and clear. Cleanse your home, sage your family, sage yourself, clear everything out, call in your guards, your guides, your guardians, and all of us. They said all of us. I'm getting all tongue twisted. They're like all of us. Because you're going to want this cleared out, especially if you're dealing with a Pisces, all right? A Pisces. Now we have the card of patience. Be patient because you've got things getting ready to change, right? You have a decision to make that is literally going to help you either create a reunion, like when Mercury goes into retrograde, people of the past return. Situations and experiences of the past return. But that's not necessarily in the physical sense. That can be in our memory, in our mind. So if you're all mad right now, just get it going, Gemini, because there's been a lot of anger in our Gemini for this year. Probably more than I've ever seen before from this zodiac sign. But you are rising up. Whatever you are facing, there is a positive aspect to it, and that's what they want you to jump up and grab onto, the positive aspect of it. Seeing both sides of the situation helps you decide where you're going to go, and that's what they want you to do. Make the decision, the old or the new. The world is here facing, this is a brand new life, a brand new chapter in your story. You're creating your destiny, and this whole thing, this whole spiritual awakening isn't necessarily directly related to us as a human, but it affects the soul, the spirit, that comes back and back. And it goes way back. We're talking decades for some of you, and all the way back into past lifetimes, all the way back into 1,000 years and even more. It's a very big jump because this is where you will be going. Everything is going to come through in whatever direction you take. So it's just like this very positive. This moon is going to affect you in a good way. Now I am being shown some of you are crying. Okay, remember I hear it over here, past, present, future. This has not happened yet. So I see you crying and I feel this is a cleanse. If you have been with me a while, you know, a lot of times I can get very weepy on the moon phases. And that's what a lot of you are doing, where your energy vibration is high. So anything that alters it, you feel it. But not only are you feeling it for yourself, a lot of you, you're feeling this for your family member or your friend, whoever this person is that you have to cut out of your life. If they're still there, I do feel there's a course correction coming in the next 2 months. They may be leaving the environment between August and October is what I'm seeing for a group of you. Now there's another group of you. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aries. It's very fire energy, somebody who normally they're probably very excited about life. They really are driven, have a lot of adrenaline, might be an adrenaline junkie. And that means they're into all these sports and anything that gets them pumping, right? Whoever this individual is, and that could be crossword puzzles for some people, that really gets them excited, but it's definitely that adrenaline energy. I feel that person is the one who is being gone, who's going to leave this environment. Now, if you've been gone for them for a long time, then they may be returning. Okay, telepathic communication, dreams, memories, let it all come through. You don't have to speak to anyone if they reach out to you, but I do feel, since it's been such a long time, 3, 4, 5 years, some of you are going to want to say hey and find out what's going on and then decide. You know, it's that easy. You can always block them on your phone if you choose to. If your phone's blocked and you want to hear from them, unblock it. It's all you got to do. I've had people ask me that. It's just unblock your phone. Take them out of the block section. It's up to you. Now let's take a look at your romance, because this may be a romantic partner that made you feel trapped and stuck for some of you. But I do see Geminis getting ready. Those of you who are single, you are going to meet somebody. It's going to be really, really cool. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. One more card. All right. Now, I want you to know you have the Fool card twice. Remember, twos everywhere. 222 was on the board, on the clock when I heard to do Gemini, and you have two sides emerging. You have two sides right here. You have a bunch of cards that are duplicate. You have the Two of Wands. You have a lot. Twos are very important. When you see the twos, go toward where you want to be. Okay, that's what I just heard. We'll see if that comes in the final message as we go forward. So you have a new opportunity. There is definitely some of you that are in love. But I feel for a lot of you, if you're single, you're getting ready to meet somebody that is going to be very, very exciting for you. They're going to help you get your creativity back. They are a dreamer. They are a fantasizer. But yet there's something more mature about this particular energy, Gemini, where I feel that they actually are going to take action on what they say. They're not just going to be the the Page of Cups in the small way where they're immature. I feel this individual is going to be exactly what you want, and you're moving right toward the Nine of Cups. Beautiful energy. If you are with a person right now, you may be walking away from them saying, I'm going to go live my life. I'm not happy with you. that comes under the tower, right? And being patient, and it follows suit with everything that's on the board in all areas of your life, because this person, you may not have had a really good emotional attachment to them, or they're just, you're not on the same page. You see love in a different way and relationships in a different way than they do. I'm being shown somebody who sits around. And don't get mad at me, but I am actually seeing like a guy, you know how guys, sometimes they come home and they just sit down and start playing the games, and you're like, get up and do your, help me. Go get the kids, go do this. And they're like sitting there playing a game. It's like, grow up. That's kind of the energy that I'm seeing there. So I feel that they were very kid-like, very childlike. If you're leaving that person, let us know if that's you. Whatever you are doing when it comes to romance, you're going to take a leap of faith. You're going to reach out. You're going to call back. You're going to unblock people. You're going to meet new people. You're going to sit down and start talking. And it is in a public place. It looks like a outside eatery, wherever you located, where, they have a restaurant inside, but then they have the patio section out. There's a lot of wood fencing around it. It's not the metal that we see in the United States quite a bit. It's more wooded, like a wood fence that's open. I just see somebody like going, hey, like talking over the fence, like you're sitting there having your little cappuccino, and then this person says, hey, and they reach over and they lean over and they start talking. They're saying, if you're feeling it, take a leap of faith. You've already been through everything. For most of you, you've already been through so much. You know how to detect if somebody is the right type of energy you want to be around. And if you don't, then hold off on dating. You can meet them and set up to meet them later, but you need to make sure you can identify the intuition side, whether this is the right move for you. And a lot of you, love is a big deal from August all the way through the end of the year. People reuniting, new love is just emerging, soulmates, soul connections that do not knock you down. This is what you wanted your whole life. This is that window. But I'm being shown August through December. Huge. And I've said this in the years past, where this year it ramps up. This year is big. This one is big, big, big. If you don't reunite with these individuals, if you don't meet the right person, then it'll be pushed, kind of more around spring of next year is what I'm seeing. Most likely because you'll be consumed with other things in your life. But it's a very positive energy because you're leaving the rest behind. You're going in with the open heart. This is opening your heart just enough where you're barricading it and being able to be in the present moment without thinking about the future. That's one thing is so hard for so many people. It's like they're sitting there with somebody on a date saying, I wonder if they'd be my future wife or husband. And they're looking into the future instead of looking at the person and say, let me get to know you first. I need to know who you are. I've already been down that route, right? I don't want to just look into the future because we look pretty together or feel nice together. It's like you got to know who you're dealing with. Make sure you're using caution and not jumping off and being the foolish fool. You're being the wise fool. You have two different directions to go that can lead to your abundance and prosperity. Now let me read this last message and I'll give you Archangel Michael's message in just a moment. We have Merlina. You are confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do the research. Seek expert advice before making a decision. Book a session with me. Book it with your favorite counselor, therapist, or spiritual advisor. And make sure that what you're feeling is actually right for you. So let's call in Archangel Michael right now. Gemini, this is the month where the rewards are going to feel very profound as we start dropping them in. Now, some of you already have it. We know this, but there's more to come. And some of you are going to start feeling the effects of all the work done. Karma. Some of you call it dharma. We call it karma. You are getting back whatever you put out. This is the month where it all begins. We will see to it that you receive everything that was meant for you as long as you call us in. Work with us as we guide you into this new direction that you choose. Remember, choose wisely. We'll be there. All right, you guys, I hope that helps you. Have a wonderful August, and I'll see you on the 1st in the live show. I have workshops, etc. Go to my website. I'll put the link right here for you. Much love.